Hey, what's up, guys? Tony Kowalski here. Thank you for joining me. So, today I'm basically going to talk about why I have such a big love and obsession and passion for Star Wars. Now, Star Wars goes way back, like 14 years ago back, and I'm 14 years old, by the way. So, I've known Star Wars since I was like a baby. I wasn't even 1 year old yet when I was introduced to Star Wars. And the reason for that is, I used to go over to my father's house every other weekend, and when I went there every other weekend, my father didn't have any baby toys. All he had was his Star Wars toys, his Star Wars movies, and Star Wars music. Well, that's not all he had, obviously, because that's Star Wars is basically the thing that I had that he had for me to play with. So, every other weekend I'd go over there and let me play with the Star Wars toys, I'd watch the Star Wars movies, I'd listen to Star Wars music, and I did that. And by the time I was 1 and 2 years old, I knew Star Wars better than, well, I knew Star Wars before I learned how to walk, talk, eat, drink, go to the bathroom. I knew Star Wars before I even knew my ABCs. And I was raised on Star Wars. I was born. I was born, basically. I was born a few months later, introduced to Star Wars. My life is Star Wars from that point on. Star Wars has always been and probably always will be part of my life. And by playing with Star Wars toys so much, watching the movies, listening to the music, I knew the tunes, I knew the characters, and I knew the movies. Because that's all I used to do. Star Wars, and more Star Wars. And I knew Star Wars better than I knew anything. My dad raised me. My dad basically raised me on Star Wars, like I said before. So even to this day, at the age of 14 years later after I was introduced, I still have Star Wars toys. I collect them more than play with them, but, I still have Star Wars toys. Now, a couple weeks ago when Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, I went to go see it, and it was amazing. I came out of the theater, excited, like, my mind was blown. But then I had to go see it a second time, because the first time I was so excited for Star Wars, and I was so pumped. I didn't know what to think. My mind was just filled with all this adrenaline and energy. I barely even knew what was going on. So I had to go see it a second time. So I went to go see it a second time, and it was much better because I knew what was going on. I knew what I was looking for. So definitely the perfect Star Wars movie. And, you have the next movies coming out, which the next movie will be Rogue One, which is coming out in December. Then we have Star Wars Episode 8, and then we have a Han Solo story. Basically, I guess, a Han Solo movie, I guess you could say. Then we have Star Wars Episode 9, and then we have a Boba Fett movie. All movies that I'm looking forward to, and the Boba Fett movie is going to complete Star Wars. Maybe they might make a 10th one, but, that's basically my Star Wars story. Star Wars is the place where I go to go for comfort, in my comfort zone, My parents, they're my comfort zone, but, if my parents, can't be there for some strange reason, or some, good reason, my parents are always there for me. They help me get through life. But Star Wars is the place where it gets my mind off things. I'm taken into another galaxy far, far away. When I'm watching Star Wars, listening to Star Wars music, most of the nights sometimes, if, I have anxiety about the next day, like, I have anxiety about going back to school, so I'm probably going to lay in bed listening to some Star Wars music, because Star Wars music basically soothes my mind, it helps me sleep better, and, even though I'm at the age of 14, I'm probably still going to be at the age of 36, and I'm going to still have Star Wars toys, whether they're going to be little knickknacks or collectible items. I'm still going to have Star Wars everywhere. Star Wars posters, Star Wars games, movies, etc., etc. So, that's my Star Wars story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed my opinion. I also love hearing other people's opinions as well, so I guess I can leave a link to my Facebook page below if you want to check that out, if you want to, send me your Star Wars story, I guess. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review of my Star Wars life story. This is Tony Kowalski signing out. May the Force be with you.